Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 130. I'm here with my new co-host. Wait a minute. No. I'm here with my co-host, Jesper.
Yeah, because I'm all new.
He's new. He's a noob. He had technical issues 10 seconds before this.
I did not.
The podcast started. Hey, guys, go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything Gig Economy Podcast related. Actually, if you can review the show on Apple Podcasts, and now they offer reviews on Spotify and Podchaser. If you listen on any of those apps, review. Also, if you're on Facebook right now, you can give us stars, and that's like currency for your creator. So give us some stars.
Yeah,
yo.
give us stars.
Give us stars.
We want stars.
I want to mention our Patreon members: Larry, Samson, Steve, Chris, James, Bud, Tom, Omar, Lindsay, Jamie. Thank you guys all for supporting the show. If you want to support the show as well with some extra perks, go to patreon.com/GigEconPodcast. And then, of course, the Telegram group. Got a little dicey in there today. Having some discussions. Had to Big Daddy had to step in and say, let's move on.
See, I didn't even realize that because I've been at a client meeting all day long. So why didn't you tell me about that?
It's fine. It's just two people having a discussion about stuff. But you know, it is what it is. Everyone, I think, just has a different opinion about different things. And, we all got to just get along at some point.
Absolutely. Good evening, Janet.
Nice to see you, Janet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And nice to see you, Delivery Cats Cooperatives. That's a mouthful. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
What market are you in, Delivery Cats? So I want to talk about our new format that goes on the other side. Other 2 weeks.
Tell us about it.
The B-side. So have any of you guys heard about the B-side is what we call it. So this is the new episode that we have on the other opposite weeks of the regular show. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And if you guys heard the B-side, let us know what you guys think about it.
Yeah.
And then next week we are going to talk to, I think, an OG, right? We can definitely call her an OG.
Yeah, I don't know how long she's been along, but yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time. So we're looking forward to that. Absolutely.
For sure. Stories from the road. Jesper, I don't see anything there.
I don't have anything.
No stories?
I was thinking about it because it's been a couple weeks since I drove, and I only drove one of the days. I set out to try to do the bonus. No, actually, I did try both nights, but I set out to try to do the bonus, but then I just decided not to because I would have had to drive probably 4 to 5 hours Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I got 40 rides, and I just decided against it. So
you only needed how many?
10 more rides.
You should have done it.
Yeah, but I didn't want to.
Oh, my God. Speaking of bonuses, I realized today as I signed in on a Wednesday, finally to do some gig work, that I have a pretty good size bonus. 5 rides for $50 and then another 20 for an additional $150. A total of
200.
200 for 20.
Total of $250.
Math. Total of $7,000.
Math is a hard one. So Delivery Cats can help you with the CDL test. Huh?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I did pretty good today for training, so I think I'm taking my test either next week or the week after. So.
Okay. Is the S endorsement, is that what you need for the buses?
I don't know. I think it's passenger, regular CDL, passenger, and then maybe S. I'm not sure what the S stands for, I'll be honest with you.
School? I don't know.
Maybe.
So anyways.
So yeah, gonna shoot for that bonus. Did 5 of that today and earned $50 extra, and gonna shoot for the rest of the 20 later this week.
S is for school bus.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Delivery Cats.
Yeah. So a couple of stories I had an experience with Uber Eats on vacation. As you know, I was off last week in Orlando for a podcast conference, and I wanted to order some Uber Eats. We got into the hotel late Wednesday night. Wednesday night. So I wanted to order some Uber Eats, and I was like, all right, cool. So I go to I ended up wanting B-dubs, and I was like, I'm just going to do what I'm comfortable with. I don't want anything new tonight. I'm hungry. I'm just going to get it, whatever. At the time, we had not had a car, so we were just going to do Ubering all through the week.
Right.
So I ordered Uber Eats. I wanted some chicken wings and some chili con queso. As I placed the order, I realized somehow there was no chicken wings, and there was 2 of the chili con queso. So I immediately went to the app and said cancel. And it said, we're going to charge you $29 if you cancel it. Are you sure? And in my head, I kind of read it, but I didn't read it. So I ended up canceling it. And sure as shit, it charged me $29. I mean, we're talking, that was the order for the food. That's how much the food was. So we're talking 15 seconds when I realized I messed up. So I immediately go to the chat and I support, and of course it's virtual. And I'm like, agent, you know what I mean? We'll get you to somebody. And he was not going to pay it. We went back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Well, the restaurant already started it. I'm like, there's no way that restaurant started that. I hit it, and at 15 seconds, I canceled it. He's like, nope, that's how it happens. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I want a refund. I'm not done with this. So then he's like, all right, hold on, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, can I offer you a $10 coupon on your next order? I said, no. How about I offer you the $10 and you give me $20 back? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm fine paying a penalty because I messed up.
Right.
I'm okay with that. But you're not going to charge me the full rate for the food.
Oh, no.
She's like, all right, look, let me get back to you. 5 minutes. Mind you, I'm trying to order food again from B-Dubs on Megan's phone.
Right.
By the way, I get on Megan's phone. B-Dubs is closed for online ordering by the time I get it. So I ended up ordering for another wing place, which was fine. But anyways, he comes back 5 minutes later. He goes, I got good news, Jason. I was able to refund you the full $29. So I think they try to not pay it back, and you just got to keep pushing them and just say, I'm here. I'm not done with this, and just keep riding them.
Well, that's good. You got your money back.
I know, but I'm like, why don't they have a fee system set up like, hey, if you cancel this, it's going to be $10? I would have been like, you know what? I screwed up. I'll pay the $10 stupid tax. I don't think I screwed up. I think the app screwed up, but
absolutely, there's no way you should have paid that down, right? So absolutely not.
Yeah,
but they're doing it that way because they know not that many people are going to push that much back.
100%.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, well, we got another one, sucker. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's just how it is.
Yeah, I was so frustrated with that. And of course I'm hangry. I've been flying in a plane, you know what I mean? Is
that what you're flying in? Planes?
You asshole. That was a good one. You're not often very quippy right away, but like you got me on that one. And then one other thing, I actually spilled some food on an Uber Eats delivery. I know, noob, right? So I deliver these.
I think you were talking to me when that happened.
I might have been.
I feel like
you remember this?
I feel like you're like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm like, I gotta go. So I'm delivering this shake. And I set it down, or as I set it down, I don't know if the lid was not quite tight, but like picture it sliding through my hands and then my fingers catching the lid, and then it just tipped over.
Oh, no.
And I quick picked it up, and it was probably the size of like maybe a big softball that I spilled. I'm like, oh, shit. And as much as I try to be honest, I did have that moment just like, I'm fucking out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to do it. I was like, no, Jason, you do the right thing. So I took a picture of it spilled, knocked on the door. Girl answers like, it must be for my brother. I'm like, hey, just let him know I spilled the shake. I'm going to go run and get a vanilla shake, and no charge. I will just pay for it, blah, blah, blah. So I had a double order. I get back in the car, realize the next order is at the same house. So I have to walk all the way back up there. I deliver that, take another picture of the spilled shake, and then I start leaving. And the kid called, and he's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You're good. I was like, are you sure? I'm like, I'll go. I messed it up. I'll go get it. He's like, younger kid, too. And he's like, nah, it's fine. I got most of it in here. It's totally fine. And I was like, thank you.
Okay.
Like, I felt a little sheepish not doing it, but like he was like, no, no problem.
If he was cool with it, why not?
I often wonder if he reached out to support and tried to get because I took a picture of it too, so it's pretty obvious that I spilled it. But I was actually quite shocked that the kid was like, nah, you're good. I'm fine.
Right.
Most kids are like, yeah, screw you. Go do it. Go get me my free shake. So anyways.
Well, but again, you were willing and you were wanting to do the right thing.
Of course. So. If you mess it up, I mean, again, I did have a 1 second of panic, like, I'm out of here. I'm like, no, you got to do the right thing. So yeah, I would have spent $4 on a shake or $3 on a shake and just said, there you go. I screwed up. Or the lid wasn't on tight. One of the two. Right. But I mean, I can't even I got to blame myself. I'm the one that spilled it. So
Right.
John says, have you had any issues with delivering coffee? Both Starbucks and Coffee Bean don't package their coffee cups well. I disagree. At least the Starbucks here in Grand Rapids, they put it in a bag, and I don't even see the coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's in a bag like McDonald's does with a specialty like holder for it.
Okay.
So,
And I don't think we have Coffee Bean in our market, right?
I think we used to back in the day. Or no, that's Bagel Beanery. Or
We used to have, well, it's now called...
you were thinking Beaners.
Right, I know.
Yeah, they got, because it was racist, so they changed it to...
What's it called now?
It's called Big B.
Big B. That's
Yeah.
right. Beaners.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't think we have Coffee Bean.
No,
At
and
least
Big B-
it doesn't ring a bell.
And Big B doesn't bag them like Starbucks. I just make sure the lids are on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You just got to...
Yeah.
And you know what? Fuck it. We're on spilled stuff. We might as well finish. I was going to save it for the show next time. I was Ubering today, and this guy got in my car with this cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, I don't have problem people. Like,
No.
They're all adults. They can take care of it. And so we're driving, whatever. And then I hear him like halfway to it was about a 12-minute drive. I hear him like wiping up. I'm like, okay, he must have spilled something. Whatever. It's fine. So we get to the hotel. And we had a bunch of snow, 8 inches, so some of the parking lots are a little rocky.
Yeah.
So I go to the back, and the car kind of rocks back and forth. And he's like, bro, you're driving like bumpy. You spilled my coffee all over the place. I was like, bro, you need to keep the cap on. That's what he said. And I look back, and it definitely spilled quite a bit. I think the cap slipped off, whatever. So I give him some napkins. He cleans it up. I'm not going to charge him anything. But then I was leaving. He left the coffee cup on the ground. He literally was like, he's so pissed at this cup of coffee that it spilled in the Uber. And then he ended up tipping me $3. But man, I should have pulled that video because it would have been funny him getting after me about driving and then me getting right back at him like, well, you need to keep your cap on your coffee.
I actually did have this is probably about a month and a half ago. Have an episode where somebody had they had chips and queso in my car.
Oh, really?
And they spilled some of the chips, but they cleaned it up themselves, and it wasn't ever a problem. There was nothing on the.
I'm not going to be a prick.
No,
but
but
he felt bad. He wanted to clean it up. I gave him napkins. He wiped it really well. I couldn't even find a drop of it. So
I think the fun part was to say it's like, we're gonna make it worth your while and tip us. I think they tipped like $2. Like,
yeah,
come on.
No, yeah. I mean, I am not a dick like some drivers.
No,
if it can be cleaned up with one wipe, as long as it's not like a bodily fluid.
Absolutely.
I mean, even with that, I don't care what it is. No. You're getting charged for that,
right? And if there's been any queso on my floor in my car,
especially if it gets on the carpet part.
It was on the carpet,
ooh,
right? But
yeah.
Again, but there wasn't anything, and they picked up all the chips themselves, so it was fine.
Mark says that's why no food and drinks in the car. I don't mind it. I mean, Megan and I got into an Uber over the weekend when we were in Orlando, and she got in with a coffee, and it did start to like it was leaking a little bit. I don't know what. I'm like, oh gosh, don't be this dry. You know what I mean? Like if you get in, you got to be responsible with it. So it's fine. It's fine. But
have you ever had anybody wanting to get in your car with alcoholic beverages?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure during New Year's Eve, I let 2 people in. I saw it, and I didn't say a damn thing. I just let it go. I'm more relaxed. I'm like, I'm not going to be like welcoming in. Right. But if you got a beer back there, like, fuck it. I'm not going to fight with you. Like, I don't care. As long as you're respectful and everything. But like once I was rolling, I saw it. I mean, then I got to cause a fit. What about you? Have you had anyone get in?
So I actually have had somebody, they were day drinking, and I picked them up.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was probably a Saturday or whatever. And I know I picked them up down from the Monroe Center.
Yeah.
And they had it was probably a margarita or something like that, in a big one.
Like in a solo cup?
In a cup with a lid on, right?
Oh, okay.
And I said, I can't have that in here. And so she like drank a lot of it, and then she like snuck the rest on the car. I just know she did, right? So
how does that work now? Because you can actually get to go booze now, like margaritas and stuff. And I wonder if that's what it was.
I'm sure it was, but the problem is they can only have that in the district down there. You can't take it outside the district. So
really,
yeah.
So if I was in that district and I wanted to take it home to my house, that would be a law. I would have broken a law then.
Technically, you can't because it's now you have an open beverage in your car.
That's why I was
supposed
asking.
to.
Huh.
So,
yeah, I didn't know about the district thing.
They call it something. I forget what they're called, but because you're not allowed to go openly either and drink and drink.
I think there's different rules there. I know the district part you're talking about because I was part of that, like down by Condado Tacos on Bridge and stuff. Like you can drink right outside on the sidewalk. But I thought you could pick it up. Like, I think even Applebee's was doing, like, to-go booze, and you could bring it home. Unless they seal it in a certain way that, like, the cops know. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows? We're not professional boozers on the road. But, yeah, Larry said the same thing. He goes, unless they're acting like a fool, I don't worry about it. I mean, I used to be super, like, worried about it.
Me too.
But I'm not anymore. I'm just like, whatever.
But here's the thing, though. Can't you technically get the fine?
And again, I was going to bring that up. Am I in violation, or is the guy? And
Delivery Cats, yes, Larry is lifting with Larry.
It's funny.
So but again, I don't know. Does anybody know that? So if we are the driver of the car, who is in violation?
I think the passenger is, because you're not the one drinking.
Well, no, but you are not allowed. It's a personal vehicle. You're not allowed to have open alcoholic beverages in your car.
With drinking.
And I'm sure that's also different from state to state.
Oh, yeah.
So,
open container.
Not sure about Michigan, but I don't think anyone can have any open alcohol in the car in California. That's what John says. So, I know that in Michigan, it's allowed. You can have an open alcohol in a cab. But I don't know how that is when it comes to
your cab.
In Uber in a taxi cab.
Okay.
In a taxi.
Open containers vehicle is a misdemeanor. This means it's legal to have an open container automobile. That doesn't help me. Okay.
Because that's always been my biggest problem. Is like, well, I don't want to get the fine, and I don't want to get the misdemeanor. If I'm the driver and it's my car and I let them on.
Yeah, I would have to dig into Google a little bit more. Right. I bet I could find it, but this is coming to a screeching halt. So if anybody knows, we'd like to share it with us.
If
anyone's bored, dig into it, because I need to. It needs to be very descriptive in Google to figure out if the passenger has an open intox. Does the driver get the ticket? That's where it is. So. All right, moving on. Gig economy in the news. This is kind of funny. Got lots of Jason looking up his state laws after allowing multiple people to have open alcohol. Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. So a lot of videos tonight. This first one is a food delivery guy walks on a court during college basketball. So we're going to watch that real quick. And then we'll talk about it. And pay attention to the announcers. I know the audio listeners can't see the video. The video is not that big of a deal. It's just the announcing. It's kind of funny. So minute 36.
Grant gets back to pop out on Norris. Give it to Alston, who lost control. Down to 18 on the shot clock. Taken away by Rotroff. The defense has been pretty good here in the second half for the Dukes.
It has. There's the guy walking on the court.
They maximize. Grant out. And somebody came on the floor on the far side. Looking for an Uber Eats delivery or something there. Is carrying some McDonald's.
Oh, this has to be one of the all-time greats.
I'm actually not kidding.
No, this is the truth.
I think that's what's happening.
This guy's in the corner. Looked like was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court? Can we rule that out?
I think that's an Uber Eats sticker. Is that what that is? I'm trying to get confirmation. Uber Eats, yes.
Maybe I'll put my hand up. I'm getting a little hungry. You can bring it over here.
So we saw the stoppage. The man was Usher. Let's see if we can see this. No, this is going to be the turnover in the
corner. There he is, there in the corner. Yeah.
This guy's actually, who's he delivering it to?
The ref. The ref said later. Give it to me later, not now.
Philip Alston's done a lot. I didn't think he needed a Big Mac for sustenance in the middle of the game.
I know, but I'm not. Well, the official out there, Tim, he distanced him like, I didn't say now. Later. That's got to be unbelievable. That's got to be something that the highlight shows are going to have a blast with. Dude showed up to deliver hamburgers while the game was going on and stepped on the court.
I got to give it to those announcers. They ran with it. That's how you talk about a professional broadcaster. You're like, all right, we got a good 90-second
The game was boring, so they
Yeah.
got to talk about something else.
Yeah. So I heard, I didn't read the entire article, but it was a stunt. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't for real. So I'm not sure why. It was an apparent social media stunt.
But obviously, Uber Eats got a ton of.
Ends up being a DoorDash delivery driver wandered on the court. Oh, he's a TikToker, so he wanted to post it on social media. But how did he get the food into the stadium in the first place?
That's a good question.
Unless it was all fake and he had it in his bag and he opened it
Yeah.
up when he sat down. But oh my gosh. Oh, someone at the video board had ordered the food and received it, allowing the game to continue. Oh, so maybe
I don't know.
Oh, someone said I did not order McDonald's, even though it's being delivered steps from my camera position. I don't know. It seems a little shady.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm sure you can find out exactly what happened, but
It sounds like a stunt.
I was more just like excited about the announcers. They were so funny. I love it.
So the next one is I guess it's a text from an app.
It's Uber, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's from yeah. Uber. So and keep your account safe. Never share personal account information in this chat. And it says it's okay. It's for my brother. Guy needs help. Into car. Put some paper down in your seat. He's drunk? Question mark. Nope. Just mentally ill. Probably needs diapers.
I mean, what do you do at that point? Like cancel?
Cancel and leave.
You know, I had one today too that ended up being I think it was a medical. As soon as I accepted it, I got a text that said blah, blah, blah medical. I'm like, not today. Like even today when I was doing those 5 rides.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. Like I feel like it's these companies that are trying to like pass the buck off to Uber. We'll pay for a cheap Uber. They need more assistance, but we're just going to give them an Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion on it.
I think that there's several times. I think I've had one time where somebody really should have ordered an ambulance.
Yeah.
And I picked him up. It was in the middle of the night, and he obviously had an accident with a knife because
Okay.
he comes out and his whole hand is wrapped in cloth, right?
Oh, man.
And I see the blood coming through a little bit. So we're just downtown. So it's like, we got to go to the ER. Yep, I see that. Let's go.
You were fine doing it?
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's the middle of the night. What are they going to do?
Were you hoping that he dropped blood so you could charge him $150? Mark says $50 Uber versus $500 ambulance.
Yep.
That's 100% why that guy did that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not paying for an ambulance. They probably didn't have any insurance anyway. So
Well, and that's why there is the problem with the American system. I'm sorry.
yeah,
It's just,
no, I agree. It's messed up. You don't want to call an ambulance because you don't want to go into debt.
right. But then
Which is
at
stupid.
the other side of it was when my wife and I actually went to the ER about a couple months ago now. We go into the ER and she did need it at the time and
Yeah.
whatever. It had some issues. And because she had some issues with the heart, they took her in right away.
Yeah,
Right.
did an EKG and all
Whatever
that
it
shit.
was.
Yeah.
But then the nurse was like, I'm going to have to like sneak you in past all the people who doesn't have any reason to be here. Right, that was his words. Like the whole waiting room is full of people who has no reason being in the first place.
Well, I think a lot of people don't have doctors and stuff, and they're like, "We'll just go to the emergency room." You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like, I don't know.
They also they on what's it called? Like the governmental healthcare. What's it called?
Obamacare or
whatever it's called, right?
Yeah,
So they just don't care
yeah.
because it's going to pay for it anyways.
Well, that's what universal health care is. Like, I think everyone should be on it. So if you want to go to the ER, that's fine.
But if you had regular access to healthcare
Right.
and had a doctor
yeah.
and you did all the maintenance because it was available to you.
Yeah. We shouldn't get on a
No,
political.
I know.
We should
But-
probably punt on that. All right, moving
As I
on.
was saying, I was like, yeah, we need to punt.
We need to punt. We don't want to get on that. This is for Mark. I'm glad you're on tonight. I think you actually sent this to me somewhere in some either Instagram or TikTok. I think you said, I think you'll like this for the show, so we're going to watch this. Piss jugs.
And did it made the pee jug for the truckers. and it has an older seal, spill-proof lid. Highest quality pee jug I've seen.
Need to get one of those for Jason.
But the thing is, where am I going to put it?
I don't know.
Well, my nice little bottle, it gets tucked away and no one can see it. That thing, do I have a mount for it right on my dash? Do I just put it in the mount when I'm done?
So maybe what you should do, you should come up with, you should make like an anti-smell lid out of one of those.
Yeah.
To fit in a bottle like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Delivery Cat says the rinsing is the problem. That's true. With a small bottle, it's easy to rinse out and everything smells great. But I think Mark sent that to me, but I love that.
And then why use a square bottle?
Yeah, that is a little weird. Unless it's for truckers and they have a lot of square areas they can store stuff. I don't know.
Also it's harder to rinse a square item.
John says, now how does John not figure this out? The real question is, where do you pee? Cameras everywhere. In my car, bro. Why do you think I have tinted windows? I told Megan, because eventually I'm going to get a new car this spring or this fall or winter, whenever. Well, if this freaking car makes it that long. And I said, literally the day I get it, I will make an appointment at the place that I know I'm going to get tinted, where I got Megan's remote car starter. Literally going to get those front windows tinted.
So I thought tinted windows was illegal in Michigan.
There's a certain tint. The level of tint I have on my Pilot is the same what's on the back. So it's not super dark. It's the exact same. So I wouldn't make it any darker than what because your car like your van has tinted in the back.
Right.
You would just make it the same level on your front. And I've never been stopped about it. Never been asked about it.
Okay.
So
also your front window?
No, not my windshield.
You can't do that.
No, just the sides. No, not the front.
You said front.
Well, I meant I assumed I didn't have to explain the windshield.
And then stupid Dane, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're witty earlier and you dropped the ball on that one. So, all right, we're going to another watch. Jesper, you can present this. I forgot this is yours.
That's okay. So this is, okay. So this is all about, I guess, something that's available in some markets.
Yeah.
And it's about the ability for you to request rides for other people. So let's watch the video.
But what about the cash part? We had hot discussion before the show started.
Well, we're going to have the discussion as well, because obviously then also they claim you can pay with cash. And then we'll talk about that later.
All right. This is a 3-minute 19. I don't know if we have to get through the whole thing, but I'm just warning you in advance.
Chaos is about to begin. So request a ride for someone else, right? We don't know what that someone else looks like. Doesn't appear in the app, right? We don't know their name. But now you can order that and it's rolling out city by city. Help them get where they need to go, okay? This strange foreign person that you don't even know. This third identity. Who is she? Who is he? They'll see the trip info in the Uber app or in a text. So let's say they don't have the Uber app. They have some challenges. They can't download it. They don't want to download it because they don't want to enter their name. They don't want to enter their picture. No, they're fine getting it by text, right? You can pay for the trip in the app, or they can pay the driver cash. They can pay the driver cash, right? So it comes there with $100 note. You don't carry any cash on you. We don't, because it's just dangerous, right? And he says, dude, I don't care. If you can't give me the change, you are taking me. I ordered this trip. You don't have the change. I have the cash. You're tough luck. Watch the fights. Watch the quarrels. Watch the problems break out. They didn't think this through for 1 second, right? The heat's on you. You're going to be facing the gun. You're going to be facing wrath, my friends, because you know what? You just don't have the change and you don't know who this individual is. The safety standards have just plummeted. I mean, plummeted, gone down, 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 down. It cannot get worse than this, right? So your comments, please, and let me know what you think. And it's the same with the new 1833 use Uber phone line, right? I mean, are those individuals vetted? Have we seen them? Do we know what they look like? Where do they?
All right. So I think it's legit.
Yes. So before the show started, Jason and I had a pretty big discussion because I came to this thinking that So the ad does say use cash to pay with, but in some markets, Uber has a prepaid card that's called Uber Cash.
Right.
And so I was thinking that it was the Uber Cash card you can use to pay with, but then Jason brings up, and it is correct, when you read up on the Uber Cash on Uber's website, it does say at the very bottom that in some markets you can actually pay for your rides with cash.
Yeah.
Actually cash, not the prepaid card cash.
Right. It's kind of confusing.
It is very confusing.
So what is it like in other countries? Like maybe we don't realize there's a lot of countries that don't have debit cards, and so they actually use cash. Like think outside of America, not America Cash, but like, I don't know. Is there Uber in Kenya? I don't know.
I'm sure there's Uber in most countries.
I know.
Today.
I'm just saying, but maybe a lot of people don't have debit cards, so they want to provide rides to people that have it. I mean, in America, it doesn't make sense.
The same that you said, though. I mean, it doesn't matter the country. I would never take cash.
No.
I mean, we've said that many, many times. Every time we talk about the whole safety aspect, if you were supposed to ride around with a wad of cash, you could give money back.
Yeah.
No, it's like everybody would be trying to rob you.
And what's stupid too is like Uber was always bragging about like, this is cashless, this is seamless and everything, and now we're bringing cash back. And let's not forget the point of the video too is like we're requesting now you can request a ride for somebody, not just like, you know, you just do it.
We've all taken a ride for somebody else. I'm sure.
Almost every day.
Right.
I do that.
I mean, last I drove, I took somebody home that like, hey, she's drunk. Can you just take her home? I'll pay for it.
But at least Uber, I guess, is giving the blessing now, and there's more tracking involved. I don't know, but
it's still weird though, because as he said, there's no way that there's any checking on the other party.
No. John says he prefers Bitcoin. I don't even understand Bitcoin. Delivery Cat said used to drive taxi in the 90s and everything was cash. So Delivery Cats is a little older than us. But today's a different story. If it was a taxi day, I would not with these anonymous apps. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, like cash was no big deal. Like I've been in taxis and paid cash. And
sure.
You imagine how much cash those guys were driving around with at any given time. So Delivery Cat said, oh, F off.
A lot.
John, I know what Bitcoin is. He
doesn't understand it.
I know what Bitcoin is. I just don't understand it. Gosh, I'm not that much of a noob.
Sometimes.
Real quick, we got one more video that I'm so excited about this company. I want to get on board. I want to invest in it. It probably wouldn't work here, but it's been around for a while. So
a couple of years at least.
Yeah, get gas delivered to your car with Boost Fuel. So we're going to watch that real quick. It's just a little bit of an ad, and I love it.
When I think about delivery services, I usually think about apps like Uber Eats and Postmates, but now you can actually get gas delivered straight to your car. A 3-year-old startup called Booster Fuels is making $180,000 per day doing just that. From GeekWire, it's TLDR, our news show on tech, business, and other geekiness. TLDR is presented by Reach Now. Experience the future of mobility at reachnow.com. Booster delivers gas to office parking lots in the Bay Area, Dallas-Fort Worth, and San Diego regions, with plans to launch in Seattle in 2019. Its customers include Facebook, PayPal, and other companies that can offer the service as a perk for employees.
What?
All you have to do is download the Booster app, leave your car in the parking lot, pin your spot in the app, and pop the door to your gas tank. Someone will show up in a custom-built mini tanker to add gas to your car. And Booster is able to offer similar prices to what you'll find at the local gas station. Booster CEO Frank Mycroft says that when you fill up at a gas station, 40 cents per gallon go towards property lease costs. Booster also offers tire inflation and windshield wiper replacement. We'd love to hear from you, so let us know. Would you use Booster services if they were offered in your city? Respond in the comments section, and we might feature your response in a future.
So what do you think? Do you want to invest? Let's get it here.
Well, I thought you said we were investing in the fleet. I can't do both the fleet and the Booster.
No, what fleet are you talking about?
You wanted like an Uber fleet.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. No, that booster, I've never heard of that before. And,
I don't think Grand Rapids is a big enough market for something.
well,
like
we're
that.
too cheap around here. No one's going to.
I know.
But they said it's competitive, and they talked about a 40-cent charge that goes to the lease of the building.
No, it's not a charge. What he was talking about is that 40 cents of that the gas station owner needs that to pay for the building and all that other stuff.
So you're saying he's applying that to the gas, right?
Right.
So, like, if I buy it for $3 a gallon, 40 cents of that is going to pay for the building?
At least at the building and all the overall overhead cost of having the gas station. That's what he's referring to.
Huh.
And then there's
So that's how they can be competitive?
right, because they don't have any of that shit.
I wonder if they get tipped. the gas fillers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I thought it was cool that companies like Facebook and stuff are offering that as a
perk.
Yeah,
I
to
think
get access to that. I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea, too. Larry's like, where's society gone that we're too lazy even to stop at gas stations? I mean, we're too lazy for everything.
But here's the thing, though, Larry, and nothing bad at all, right? But my wife hates to go on a gas station.
Oh, mine does, too. If I fill it up for her, she's, like, delighted because normally she has to fill it up and she's annoyed.
Right. I mean, it's just, and it doesn't mean that she's too lazy to do it. She just dislikes doing it.
And I don't mind going to the gas station because I end up going inside to take a pee or grab a snack. Like, my wife never goes inside a gas station. She's like, gets gas and leaves. So
Well, exactly. And now the other thing with the gas station, where they make most of their money is on all the stuff that's inside the car, and the building.
Yes. It's
The
not the
snacks and
gas.
stuff. No, they don't make much on the gas at all.
Hey, Steve, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Delivery Cat says fleets do this. It's really common for commercial vehicles. Those are good jobs. I don't know. Like, I think it's cool. I don't know where. I think I saw it on Facebook. I was so nerded out by it. Like, I was so excited about it.
But again, I think it's a great idea.
I do too.
But I think it's certain markets only.
Of course. The higher end, Chicago, New York,
Right.
LA, Dallas, that kind of stuff. It would never come here. There wouldn't be any use for it.
Although we have companies that would do it. I mean, like Gentex, that would be, they're huge.
Gentex, that's a plastic company.
No, yeah, out in Holland.
Yeah, they're a plastic company. They make plastic things.
But they have thousands of employees.
Oh, I see what you're saying. As a user, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like they were gonna like do the booster thing.
No. As I mean, users, Meyer has thousands of employees. I mean, just we have lots of very big corporations that could use it as
100%.
right.
Amazon,
Right.
all that stuff. But
Yeah.
they're not gonna spend anything on them. Okay. Moving on, just want to talk about, and I haven't talked about this for a while, but that's a blurry photo. Octopus. We've always had the link on in our description, and I recently just got my tablet. It's coming in the mail. And the funny thing is I had a guy comment on our post earlier this week. Oh, you can't get it in Grand Rapids. I said I didn't say on there that's bullshit, but I'm like, no, you can. So I went in to reactivate my account. Sure enough, it's shipping. And then he's like, yeah, you're between Chicago and Detroit, so Grand Rapids is a market. So if you're in the Grand Rapids market or anywhere, please click on the link in our description. This is a tablet that you can put in your car, and you can earn roughly, I think the max is $100 extra a month, which, I mean, it's a tank and a half of gas for not doing anything. You put it in there.
Right.
It entertains the passengers. They can, play games and shit like that. It's pretty cool.
You don't get to keep the tablet, though, right? You got to send it back.
Yeah, they send you everything. You don't have to pay for anything.
Right.
So, and I'm sure there's insurance on it. That's the first question that everyone asks. I don't know for sure if that is, but you also should have a dash cam in your car. So if you don't have that.
Right.
So check it out. The
Dash
link
cam.
is in the description. I think there is an activation bonus currently right now. So if you get the tablet and activate it, they pay out a bonus. I'm not sure exactly how much that is. I missed that when I reactivated it, but check it. Steve. Steve says, I want to wear the Octopus tablet around my neck and go out to the bars. You know what? If you do that, can you please do a TikTok of it so at least it can go viral?
I want to see, but have it be our link in your TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do your own. Screw that shit. All right, Jesper, we're going to talk about DoorDash.
DoorDash indeed. So, are you going to show the picture?
No, I already did it.
Right,
It's
there you go.
delayed.
Okay. No. I'm such an Uber, a noob.
An Uber. I thought I was going to be bad on the show.
I know, yeah, you're saying that. So this is about the DoorDash drivers group of Grand Rapids. Noticed something strange tonight and wondered if anybody else had a similar experience. I had full transparency all night. Nothing was hidden from all 8 orders. Anything else noticed the same. And basically they were all saying the same. So I don't actually DoorDash, but why don't you tell us about what does full transparency mean?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a million times. DoorDash hides their tips. I know there's Para out there that for a while there had mastered their code and was able to show that.
Right.
I know they still are trying to get back into that realm again, but yeah, DoorDash is really the only one that hides their tips. So what they're saying that night, for whatever reason, a glitch or not, because I don't think it's still doing that. I think it's back to the old way.
Oh.
It basically for the entire night, whatever they got shown, that's the money they got, and that's not how it normally is. It's normally the opposite. So
that is actually interesting because I went out and I did some research. And there's other markets where it is full transparency and
Really?
has been for a while.
Really?
So definitely we all know that there's difference from market to market. And I found an old video where they were talking about it, and somebody was saying this is other markets that there's been full transparency for a year or so for them. So
and not with any app, just that DoorDash has been giving them that. Huh? That's weird.
So that was the weird. So that was the reference I was talking about. So
yeah, Steve said other people have been seeing full transparency. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to be straight with us. I don't know why they hide that shit. I mean, it's the stupidest thing known to man.
it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just saying we might as well give them full transparency because they're gonna sue us anyways. And
well, yeah, I mean they're lining up for lawsuits for that, and drivers are just gonna get pissed and go to another app or whatnot. Moving on, there's just a quick video. Speaking of LA, this was a video about, where did it go? There it is, in Los Angeles, about what LA does for food delivery. It's a terrible video, but the audio is important.
All right, it's February 27th, 6:10 p.m. in Los Angeles, and this is where people come to do deliveries. They stand in line, and they scan the barcode, and then they deliver. So these are people like working for DoorDash and Postmates and Uber Eats, and then so this place has multiple restaurants in one. It has about 8 restaurants in this building right here, and they all make the food and then they put it there and then people pick it up, and then we got these little guys delivering on the streets. Welcome to the world of food delivery, 2023, Los Angeles.
Damn.
What I'm confused about is she said Postmates. Postmates has been gone for a year, so I don't know what.
Also in LA?
Oh yeah, Goober bought them out.
Oh, okay.
Unless it still runs as a separate app in Los Angeles, but it
could be.
Doesn't in Grand Rapids.
Kill the Cocoa Butts.
So, yeah, that's interesting. 10 restaurants in one place. I mean, I'd be curious if it was like 10 restaurants like McDonald's, Uber, or
well, I'm sure it's 10 ghost restaurants.
Yeah, that's what it would have to be.
They all kind of, yeah.
Yeah. John says Postmates still works on the consumer side? Huh. Interesting. I should try to download it. I just to see. I hated Postmates.
I don't know if we have it here.
Well, yeah, we do. I used to do Postmates.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't do food delivery.
Yeah, exactly. When it's food delivery, you be quiet. When it's
I just asked. I didn't know. You have to be so mean.
All right. We're not going to get through all this, I don't think.
Wow, it's so late already. So, here is I actually enjoyed this article.
I swear this happens like once a year.
What? Oh, yeah.
This story you're going to talk about.
I was reminded of my son actually doing it on my iPad, but not food. He spent like $300 just buying stuff like micro something on iPhone for the Mac or whatever in the Mac store. So,
there we go.
So, anyways, but I contacted them and they actually gave me my money back.
Well, it's all digital, right? So they could take it away.
Yep. So, anyway, so this one here is a Michigan boy, 6 years old, spends $1,000 on Grubhub.
$1,000.
Doorbell just kept ringing. Cars kept coming. So this is in Chesterfield Township in Michigan. The doorbell just kept ringing and the cars just kept coming. A 6-year-old Michigan boy went on a wild $1,000 spending spree like he was on a game show, using his father's Grubhub account, ordering large amounts of food from numerous area restaurants. The food piled up quickly for the Keith Stonehouse of Chesterfield Township in Metro Detroit on Saturday night while he was home alone with his son. Mason with his wife Kristen away at the movies with some friends. So he had bought a big 5 large orders of jumbo shrimp, salads, shawarma, chicken pita sandwiches, chili cheese fries, ice cream, grape leaves, rice, and so forth.
What the hell? Was this all on Grubhub?
Yep. So the guy, the boy had just been on Grubhub thinking it was just fun to order different things and didn't really know what it was and just accept.
Oh my gosh. So
he did. The story goes on, and he says that he actually tried calling the restaurants to cancel the orders. He tried calling Grubhub, whatever, and they said no, they couldn't. But they were able to stop one of them. No, his card stopped one of them. So basically,
they saw all the charges going to the same.
And so the card flagged one. Those were $250. They flagged that one and stopped it.
That was just because of the amount.
Well, something.
Yeah.
But there was another one that, they declined an order for $439 from Happy's Pizza. However, $183 of jumbo shrimp from the same restaurant did go through.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
You brought up. Thank you for writing those notes, Jesper. How can something like this be prevented? Maybe
Right.
a pin to finish the order. Here's what I think. You should be able to set that up and
Right.
turn it on and off, or it should flag it. Like Grubhub should have been like, all right, something's going on. Like after
Right.
the third order, they're like, it's going to the same restaurant. There should be some sort of.
So this was actually on 3 different restaurants, but
Oh.
but still, I mean, there should be something just like we have the pin on the Uber app now, right?
Yeah.
Where you give it to the driver and that kind of stuff. Maybe you should have to put in a pin every time, or the ability to put in a pin
Yeah.
to finish an order. Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would do that. Although, I wouldn't. No, I'm taking that back. I wouldn't do it. But if I had a young child that used my phone and
Yeah.
played with it, I definitely would. But my kids wouldn't do that. I say that, and then they probably would. But.
Or, I mean, on most of the phones, you have the biometrics now.
Yeah.
so you
Well,
can-
how did the kid even get in the phone?
Well, he obviously had the biometrics off, and he
Something.
had lent the phone to his son half an hour before he was in bed, so he
Oh.
could play with something.
Gotcha.
And he was thinking he was just playing with, but then he was actually putting in all these orders on Grubhub.
Oh my gosh.
But the other thing that's so weird is, so then he put down his phone, and so he wasn't noticing all the notifications.
yeah.
I mean,
Something,
there's something iffy about the whole story.
either way, it's funny.
It was funny.
Moving on real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Liberty Clark. I see her a lot at Walmart, and she's always so kind and pleasant to me.
Nice.
I know she's gotten some hate in the other rideshare groups at some point, but she does Walmart. Although it's been dead as shit, I haven't done Walmart in a while, but she always smiles. She's like, she always sees my car in the parking lot. So anyways, moving on, John, if you want a wrench on YouTube, you have to join Patreon. So sorry about that. Moving on. Do you know what that means?
No.
If you have a wrench on YouTube, it means you're a moderator, and I don't know. I don't even think I've made anyone a moderator. So, okay. So this is a tip for if you are an Amazon flexer, which is funny. It's a picture that says there's a picture for audio listeners. It says road closed, warning, area subject to landslides. Well, don't do this in Michigan because we don't have landslides. Death or injury may result. It says life pro tip: as you are driving, snap a bunch of pictures such as this one when you get a chance. When you get more experience, you'll know when to use them. Do you know what that means?
No.
So it means like if you don't want to deliver a package and you want to end your route or whatever, you're like, oops, sorry, I can't get down there. You know what I mean? You can email that to support. So I thought that was kind of funny.
That is funny. Now you just kind of like explained it. 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I don't do delivery. I just do
I know you are
passengers.
just strictly a ride person. So
Because it's so hard. Deliveries don't talk to me, and I want to get talking to.
I know. Well, I try to talk to you all day, and you just don't shut the fuck up. Just kidding. Real quick, speaking of gas, don't use, what was the name of that app? Don't use Buster. No, it wasn't Buster.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
Upside.
Booster. Don't use Booster. Use Upside and use the link Gig Economy or use the code Gig Economy 25. If you're a new user at Upside, you get $10. Jesus Christmas. You do it.
If you're a new user with Upside, you get 25 cents off per gallon and an additional 25 cents off a gallon when you use the Gig Economy 25 code.
Yes.
So you'll get 50 cents off a gallon up to $5 for your first.
Is it up to $5?
Yes.
I didn't know that part of it.
I
I've
think
never
it's
said
up to
that.
$5. Anyways, up for your first tank, whatever. Oh my gosh, your first tank full, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, you know. But please do use the Gig Economy 25 and use our link.
Yep. If you haven't used it before, like I don't know.
So how much do you have so far?
I don't know, like 140.
Oh, wow.
Although they've been stingy the last couple days.
I know.
Yes, today I got it for like 4 cents. I'm like 4 cents.
I'm close to $50.
Okay,
so I'm getting there.
I mean, I guess it's nice if that means the prices are going down or something, or maybe it's the end of the month. I bet it has something to do. Oh, no, it was February 1st day. I don't know. They were stingy today, but anyways, use it if you can because it saves you money.
Saves your money.
Save big money at Menards.
I know.
All right.
So this is a chat for
Instacart.
Thank you so much. And it has to do with delivering of alcohol. And so this Instacart delivery person is obviously on the chat support.
Yep.
And he goes, the support person goes, her son is coming to you now with her ID as well. Thank you. Your policy says I can't scan somebody else's ID if they aren't there. I can get deactivated for that. And then it says the support person goes, that is okay. As a one-time exception, we will allow it this time as she said she's sick.
What the hell? They're probably like, okay, I want to make the customer happy and the driver. I'll just say this and not knowing they're not going to have any repercussions for that.
But there could be repercussions.
No. I mean, I guess. But I mean, this person's probably in a different country doing support. You know what I mean?
Right,
yeah, they might get reprimanded, but they're like, just do it. It's fine. We'll let you do it
But
this
isn't
time.
that against Michigan law?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Or any law, really.
So anyways.
John Rosalie is a liar. Steve, Instacart rules. You know it, buddy. Hey, I've actually did a little Instacart last week because it was slow, and I did okay. Okay.
Have you ever delivered alcohol?
On DoorDash, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm alcohol certified, as they say.
I am too, actually. I think, but I'm never gonna do DoorDash. I'm also certified to do prescriptions from CVS. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you what happens if you get deactivated from Uber and Lyft? Are you just going to be done with gig work forever? You're not even going to do
I'm active on Lyft again.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
I haven't done any rides.
You know, when I was in Orlando, I looked at both apps, and Lyft was consistently $4 to $7 more expensive on the Rider app in Florida. I don't know why. Nope, not going to do it.
Somebody posted last weekend that they were so mad that they had asked the person on the Lyft ride that they had been charged $29 for this ride, and they only got like $3.50.
Oh my Lord in heaven!
It's got to be a lie. It has
a lie,
to be a lie.
Or I mean, we've heard recently that since they came back from the pandemic, that Lyft was charging their customers a shit ton of money.
I mean, maybe they are in financial trouble, but this can't be right.
Well, I mean, I think that's why they're doing it. They're like, we're going bankrupt if we don't rip these people off. So, let's jump into the Amazon lady because I realized I did not pull this airport charge video, so I can try to pull it. Well, nah, I'm not even going to try to pull it. So this guy was a driver. Oop, my bad. This is your story, so. Sorry, I'm all over the place because I realized I didn't pull the video and it threw my game off.
Where?
I'll just play it.
So, thank you. Yes, thank you. Please do.
Okay.
Play the video.
This is a driver that was delivering a package and saw something and took action, which we need more of this.
Absolutely.
92-year-old lady with dementia walked away and an Amazon worker brought her home. She's walking down the driveway and then you see cut to him lifting her out of his Amazon truck and walking her back inside. So that was super cool.
Humanity.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's good.
I wonder if he knew her. He was a regular driver.
Maybe,
he must have, because
yeah.
or maybe she was just like in a daze. But man, dementia's a bitch. Mark, this is only. You've said this before. I'm calling his ass out. 99% of the people listen to this podcast.
Right.
They don't watch it, and they can hear us talking. So shut up.
Yeah, Mike. No.
Piece of shit.
Oh, be nice.
He knows I'm kidding. Okay, so Uber wants its future to have three-wheeled cars face-to-face. So I don't know if this is an old article. I don't think it is. No, it was published this year. I swear we've talked about the three-wheeled Uber car at some point along the way.
We have.
Okay, but this is updated. Custom made. Okay, so Uber drivers don't always need four wheels, front-facing passenger seats, and top speeds over 50 miles an hour just to drive people or deliveries from one place to another. Custom-made electric vehicles with three wheels, for instance, could have a much smaller footprint in terms of environmental, but also traffic flow. Uber has said that it will offer only full electric rides. I got a piece of hair there. In the United States, but in Europe by 2030. That is in 7 years.
That's not going to happen.
It's not, because I'm going to buy a hybrid this fall, and it's not going to be electric. And I hope by 2030 that thing's still driving.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Uber is already working with electric commercial vehicle startup Arrival to create a car just for ride-hailing applications. So I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a smaller footprint because it does make sense. I'm driving it around in my big SUV delivering one little DoorDash order,
right,
and it gets 15 and a half miles to the gallon. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a waste.
No, it's not kind of a waste. It's a big waste.
It is a waste. Some package delivery companies like UPS are experimenting with small electric vehicles customized for delivery in congested urban areas. UPS has also worked with Arrival for delivery vans. Uber has been the subject of complaints that its service adds to urban congestion by drawing riders out of mass transit, such as trains and buses, and into more individual cars that clog streets. So what was I reading that was funny? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But anyways, Dara and his stupid bullshit, you know.
That is true.
That's all your comment?
Show the next photo.
Right.
That'll be the end of it, right?
Really?
So,
shit.
It's 6 o'clock. Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. Are you in
60 minutes? That's what I meant to say.
You know, we're supposed to do Patreon after this, so that's going to be fun. If you want to see the craziest Patreon ever, join us in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I thought this was a pretty cool picture. I think I was the one who posted it. I'm not sure, but
you probably did.
Got a delivery notification from Amazon today. Don't know whether to be mad or impressed. The picture is actually taken where the package is in the air.
Yeah, so he threw it, and it clearly. Well, I realize now you could do this pretty regularly.
Oh, sure.
Because you get the camera ready, you just throw it with your left and take a picture with your right, but it's still kind of cool. I was watching a TikTok the other day where the mom had a baby on her hip, and it was a camera looking down at the trash can, and she had trash in her hand. She throws the lid up with her one hand and then throws the trash, and the trash goes in as the lid is coming down, and then walks away. And it was something like, yeah, I'm getting a hang of this mothering thing or something. I was like, that was pretty epic. I watched that video like 3 times. Yeah, we're going to be live on Patreon, but you're in the cheap tier, so you don't get it, Steve. I'll give it to you if you give us a $10 super chat.
Hey, Keem, how are you doing?
Anyways, hey, Keem, nice to see you. Philly KOP Dasher in the building. Hello. I don't know what KOP is.
No,
probably a local delivery app for Philly. So, yeah, thanks for joining. And Keem, if you every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we live stream. So.
Yep.
Love for you to join us. But yeah, we are done. We're going to go on the Patreon for, I don't know, for how long?
Join us next week for the B-side.
The B-side with
the B-side.
We will be interviewing next week a gig worker talking about what they do in their market and fun
In
stuff.
another market.
In another market, yeah.
Long from here.
Yeah, and our B-side episodes are around 30 minutes. We kind of keep them short and sweet.
Yep.
Actually, we don't even talk about advertisers or anything. We just get right into it. So
I
we
know.
probably should, but everyone's probably like, no, shut the fuck up.
If you know a company who wants to advertise with us, let us know.
Yeah, and if you don't want ads on this podcast, you can join the Patreon, the $10 tier. I cut all the ads out, so you listen to it free.
There you go.
Well, not free, but... All right, guys, have a good night.
What? Sign off? Don't.
Oh, shit! Quick. Don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
Too late. It's ended.
We're still recording. 99% of our people are on audio.
We will see you on the road.
Damn it. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.